Welcome back, everyone. It's time now for our segment called In Good Company, where we highlight people who have broken barriers or overcome obstacles. And our next guest has done that and just so much more. Xernona Clayton was an influential figure in the civil rights movement, working alongside Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. She became the first African-American woman to host a primetime talk show right here in the South. And she joins us now as we continue to celebrate Black History Month. Please welcome Mrs. Clayton to our show. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
This has been such a treat. I've been trying to steal time with her in the commercial breaks and before the show. You have dedicated your life to the civil rights movement. I have to ask you early on, because I feel like watching my young daughters and their personalities, that we pretty much know and who we're going to be, I feel like, even at a young age. Did you feel like early on that you would be an outspoken person, leader, to right wrongs and fix injustices?
Well, those were part of my goals always, to do well at whatever I did, to be a good citizen, and to excel at something. I always had this yen to just be first, be good. And I'm 4'11" in height. And it helped me because when I was young, you know, the teacher would say in school, okay, we're going to line up now.
Right.
We're going to do it according to height. Well, I loved it because I was always first.
Right.
There's something about me, I don't know where that came from, except that I didn't knock people down to be in front.
Sure.
But there was something inside of me that said I must excel.
Good for you.
I must be good at whatever I do.
Right, right. And it wasn't about, again, doing it at the expense of others, but
never.
But that drive and competitiveness in you.
With me.
Right. And Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., his wife, were very close friends of yours. What was that relationship like for you?
Well, it was wonderful. One is I met her first and traveled with her because she did concert tours to raise funds for the organization that he headed. And so I remember what she said. We were on a tour. We did 11 days. And she said at the end of the tour, she said, you know, we slept together, we ate together, we talked together for 11 days and nights, and we never fell out. And somehow women can't seem to do that so well.
No kidding.
And so she said, you know, I knew then that our relationship was a good one and it was here to stay. And it stayed until the very end of her life. I loved her to the very end. But what happened is during the process of our being together, I got a chance to know how she felt about the issues that faced her and her family and her husband. I got a chance to hear what his side of the story was, how he dealt with the challenges he was facing,
sure,
and how they worked them together.
Right.
So I got a chance to see from the outside all of that, the picture of the Kings, which I really treasure today.
Sure, you saw the public, but then you also were privy to the private.
Exactly.
And what that meant to you. You've worked towards desegregation of hospital facilities in Atlanta, National Urban League, Southern Christian Leadership Conference, so many wonderful organizations that you have dedicated your life towards. What has this meant to you at this juncture of your life, seeing the influence and the impact you've had?
Well, I look at it retrospectively in the fact that the work, while you're doing it, you don't measure it, you just do it. But then after the fact, I can sit back now and say that some of the work I was involved in helped produce some rights now for a lot of people.
Right.
Like we got a legislation passed for the Civil Rights Bill, the National Freedom of Information. Well, we didn't fight that one so much, but open housing, where Black people could move wherever their money could take them, and fighting for those rights that had been denied people of color.
Right.
You know, nobody chose to come here to look the way you look,
right,
or the way I look. We didn't have that opportunity. We're here now, and unfortunately we lived in an America where, if you're Black in America, you didn't see, nor did you hope to see, that you'd get the promise of America that everybody else got. And then you want to work hard to make sure that we all got the right.
Absolutely.
We wanted justice. We didn't want equal, first-class treatment. Or we didn't want special treatment. We wanted equal treatment. That's all we wanted as a race of people.
And one of your legacy is also so many things, but the Trumpet Awards, scheduled to air on Bounce TV, February 17th. Talk to me about that. You started it 2004, I believe.
Yes, yes.
Tell me more about that. What a wonderful night in the world of television to honor these incredible people and individuals.
People refer to as the Black Oscars.
Yeah.
But what happened is, you know, as you watch television, I got tired of seeing, as many people did, our people seen as comedians only, athletes only, buffoons only. And there was much more to us than that. And Dr. King used to say all the time that he didn't believe white people hated us because they loved to hate. It could very well be that some of them hated us because they just didn't know us. And if they knew what we've been doing here as a people in spite of servitude, we've been contributing to the richness of this America,
yes.
and we were entitled to more.
Oh, absolutely. I could talk to you all day long. Thank you so much for spending your time with us this morning, and I really appreciate meeting you. And we didn't even get to the part about influence for me and my life and women as a pioneer in television with your show here and Turner Broadcasting. Thank you for being a trailblazer.
My
we
pleasure.
so appreciate your time and for joining us.